Hi. Thanks for coming back. Watching another one of these. Neil Rubenstein gets worse. Today I am in Port St. Lucie, Florida. I'm in a Town Place Suites. So I was loving the Marriott BonVoy app because they had like these mobile keys and you didn't have to talk to anybody. You could just check in on your phone and then walk straight to the room. But I guess somewhere during the year they decided to not do that anymore. So you have to like check in to get the mobile key. I guess they just wanted people talking at the desk because I guess people were being sketchy or something. Oh, sad. Sad story. I mean, it's still a decent app, good prices, good interface. I like the user interface. We are on tour still. I mean, that's going to be, a thing for a while. We are in Florida right now, right? I said that. We got Fort Lauderdale coming up. And Elijah, who used to host open mics with me back in New York, she is down here. She has a show on Wednesdays. So I'm going to go do that showcase and then drive up to Sarasota for the weekends, featuring at McCarty's Comedy Theater. I'm going to see my brother. I'm going to see Phil Capone. Might try and shoot a want beef with Phil Capone. Chinese buffets. Because we are going to hit a Chinese buffet. Might even hit a churrascaria. But if I do a churrascaria episode, I have to do it with Josh Liptak. Because his knowledge of the churrascaria blew me away when we went. We went in New York when I was home. When I was back on Long Island for Pete and so I'm sure if you follow these, I officiated a wedding for my friends Pete and Arena, and it was on Halloween. And that afternoon, I went to a churrascaria with Josh. I was lucky to be able to like squeeze in, hanging with so many people. It was a good weekend. Bittersweet. Where are we at? So yeah, this week was all right, man. Monday, I don't know if we talked about Huntsville on the last episode. I know we talked about Oxford, Mississippi. Probably talked about Huntsville. Gabe from North Star came out to hang. It was lightly attended, but it was a pretty good crowd. Is the air conditioning gonna mess up the sound on this? We will see. We will see. We will see. And what about that show? Sorry, I'm yawning. Up early in the morning. Yawning. Crack of dawning. I think it's Biggie. I can't think of it though. Huntsville. The crowd was cool. There was a lot of comics in the crowd. There was like an open mic after the show. They do that some places too. Or like I did a show, one of the shows I did in Atlanta, it was a show, but then they had like 3 or 4 bucket spots. I don't know. It's cool. You gotta do what you gotta do to get more people to come to the shows and more people to hang out, more people to support. I'm very tired. I don't know why I'm yawning so much, but went to Atlanta this past week. Stayed with Matt Miller and Danielle and the kids and their dogs. It's so funny because like the way everyone's schedules is, like I didn't even see the kids. It was so funny. But I saw them dogs, Lunchbox and Justice. Justice is the oldest dog in the world. Matt's a great friend. I don't know how it happened. He moved to Long Island. I don't even remember when. The year 2000? Maybe right before that? We just became fast friends. 98? 97? We just became fast friends. I mean, we don't have to talk all the time. We just, when we see each other, and it's like we didn't miss a beat. He's a good guy. Danielle's a sweetheart. She's always been sweet. She used to hang back in the day, like in the early days of Take It Back Sunday. She was a big part of that crew. It'd be like, we'd all go hang out. It'd be Jody Stone and her, and John, Eddie, myself, Diaz. Good times, good times, good happy fun times. So Atlanta was cool, man. Did a brewery show in Lawrenceville, which is like a northern suburb. I apologize for this, man. I don't know what's going on here. I gotta drink an energy drink. Went to Lawrenceville, did a show. It was fucking killer. I'm supposed to get a tape for that. The guy filmed it. I hope I get a tape for that. That was great, man. That was like a real fun set. Great lineup too. Everyone was killer. Packed room. That was dope. That was real dope. Paid well. That was real dope. Real dope. And I got the Fresh Up Buzz Barbershop in Lawrenceville. Yeah, these yards. It's like combination like cold and tired, I guess. I don't know. We gotta do something. And then what do we got? And then Thursday we did Ian Hebert's show at this like weird ass bar. It's called like Sister Louise's Church Bar and Ping Pong Emporium or something like that. Fucking cool setup. Weirdo bar, great music. It was a real interesting experience. I would love to do that show again. That was killer. And Ian's unbelievable. He's so cool. And I did Travis Allen's open mic. He does like a featured performer in the middle. And that was cool. You know, laugh at jokes. I can't complain, you know? And then what we do this weekend, I auditioned at Laugh Out Lounge in Winter Haven. Little 5-minute guestie. I'll be back for sure. That's a cool room. And the owners were real cool. I met 2 of them. They were very kind. And then I stayed at Natalie's. Natalie Vazilla, down Natalie Giannetti. She lives like an hour from Winter Haven and an hour from Palm Harbor. So like right in the middle, which worked out great. She's also like an hour from Sarasota, so I believe I'll see her next weekend as well. She's a sweetheart. Her and her husband Mike, very hospitable. Took me to dinner, drove to Palm Harbor. You know, let me sleep in that room. Let me use their toothpaste. Just fun catching up with her. Their little dog Teddy is cool as shit. I met him in Vegas. He came to Florida with them. Cool story. On my way back in July, I was on my way from Texas to Arizona, and they were on their way from Vegas to Florida, and we met up at an In-N-Out Burger in Tempe. So cool. It was very cool to be able to do that, to see her. It's cool to do that stuff. Try doing it. Travis Grant was down here this weekend. He was like on his way up to Orlando, and I was on my way past Orlando. We tried to catch up. It didn't work out. We ended up texting though, but he was with like a crew of people, and I was late for a show, so it didn't work out. Saturday was Palm Harbor. That was bittersweet, man. So that's where, Kathleen's family is. So it was like, I had been there so much over the past, 15 years. So it was weird to be there and not see any of them and to not be a part of her life anymore. But over the years, I've made a lot of friends with Tampa comics. And so a bunch of them had come out to the show. And the show was fun. But seeing like so many friends really helped. And talking to new friends, you know what I mean? Like, the texts and phone calls I got during the day from like people that have just, entered my life or re-entered my life, Oklahoma people and, people I've met on tour, helped a lot. Resisted the urge to text Kathleen. Overall, a fun experience. Cool show. And Matt Fernandez puts it on. He wasn't there because he puts on a show called Down in Front, where they basically like heckle a movie. And that was like their they had a big one that night with like Doug Benson, so it was like a cool thing for him. So he couldn't make it, but David Wayne, JJ Curry, Matt Williams, Amanda Ziegler, they all came out to hang. We all went to Applebee's after the show with Natalie and Mike. It's cool. I got real bad diarrhea from Applebee's, but that's what you want from an Applebee's. It completes the experience. Like if you go to Applebee's and don't have diarrhea, like what was even the point of going to Applebee's? That should be their slogan. Neighborhood grill and bar. Come get some diarrhea. That should be the slogan. After all, I am CNN's senior toilet analyst, so I know plenty about it. And then yesterday was another milestone in the comedy career. I finally did the back room of a strip club. I had always heard about these. I'd always heard about strip club shows and back rooms of strip clubs and all that stuff, and I never performed in one. I never performed comedy in one. But I did. Went, and it was tremendous fun. Tremendous. A couple of fun comics on it. Alex Novello from Asbury Park. He's a transplant to down here. He was very cool. We got along really well. Rhonda, I'm not gonna remember her last name. Seemed Italian. She was very sweet. She's from St. Louis originally, and she was a very sweet lady, and she was very nice to me. Bobby Mack was the host. He was very cool. And the venue was very cool. Everyone who worked there was very nice. It was a good audience. And my buddy Natasha, who used to work with me at the Emporium, she lives down here now. She came out, brought a friend. It was very nice of her. It was, really great to see her. They seem to enjoy it. They seem to enjoy the show just fine. Yeah. So that was it. That was the week. That was the recap. Coming up, McCurdy's. Then we're going to hit New Joke Night again on the way home. Then we're going to be home for 10 days. No. 9 days. We're going to be home for 9 days. And then I get on a plane and I head to Chicago for the start of tour. I got the tour that I had been hoping to get. I don't think I can announce it yet. Hopefully this week. Oh, fuck. I'm very excited. It is 2 legs. First leg is like 24 days. Second leg is less. Second leg is like 17 or 18 days. And in the middle, I'm hosting a couple of Looney Bin weekends with my buddy Luke Severid, who I'm also super excited. It's going to be a great couple of months. The band I'm going out with, good friends. I feel like I can talk about this here because I talk about all this stuff. You guys follow me. Heard my pod. Did I talk about I don't even know if I talked about this. This might be repeat stuff. I gotta do better remembering what I talk about. I was told I was gonna get a call with some like stipulations before I get an offer for the tour. I thought it was gonna be like, can't say this, don't say this. Well, there was like, don't say anything cancelable. That came up, but it was alright. And then it was like a lot of COVID protocol stuff. I feel like I've done this. I feel like I've said this already. Man. One of the stipulations was that I do virtual therapy sessions while on tour. Which, makes me feel like I'm loved. They care about me. So I'll do the sessions. But you can't. So listen to this bullshit. I live in Oklahoma, so I want someone from Oklahoma so I can see them in person. But you can't Like, you can only do telehealth sessions in the state you're licensed. So I'm from Oklahoma. I live in Oklahoma. Her office is in Oklahoma. But she can't do a Zoom meeting with me if I'm in Kansas or Chicago or Boston. Do I need 35 different psychologists to get help? It's the most bullshit thing. If I live somewhere and I travel for work, why can't I have a psychiatrist? I don't understand. So, who knows? One of the guys said he's going to ask his therapist if anyone in that office is licensed. But I know how this is going to go. As with all things, the American medical system is just the most bogus, backwards bullshit thing. They don't want you to get help. They want you to constantly be sick. All right. Knock it off. I'm very excited for tour. I'm going to a lot of places that I haven't been in a few minutes. It's going to be weird. Opening for a band is hard. It's very difficult. No one's paying attention. You guys got to come to shows. So at least someone's paying attention. I know I'll have a couple of people in each place. Like, but man, it is tough. Just a wall of sound. Everyone's just ordering their drinks. We'll see. A lot of conversations. So many conversations happening at once. You can't just like, I hope I remember this joke, and just tell the jokes, and just hope the people that are paying attention, can hear what you're saying and enjoy you, and hopefully they follow you on all the socials and subscribe to your YouTube, and tell their friends, like, oh, I saw this comedian open from Motion City. He was so funny. Oh. He was so funny. Ignore that. Just ignore. I didn't say anything. Yeah, so this comedian open for this band. He was so funny. He's, I can't wait till he comes back. And then next time I come back, mate, then they come see me again or whatever. It's funny. It's there was one crossover. So I don't know, man. Like, I'm at the point now where like I just become friends with like fans. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like there's a couple in each city. So it's like, when I'm in there, I need someone to hang out with, like, hey, let's go hang out. You know what I mean? Like, let's, like, maybe I can crash at this couple's house, or maybe, someone owns a sneaker store, then like, I become friendly with them, and then like, oh, come by this sneaker shop, before the show, whatever, like those kinds of things, So I become friends with all the, like someone starts following me and mentions, I'm like, oh, hey, I'm like, did you find me through so-and-so? So someone found me through Chelsea. And, that's awesome. It's not, this person's not alone in that, there's plenty of people. And then because I opened for Chelsea. Opened for Chelsea. And then they were like, oh, I got tickets to see my favorite band from when I was growing up. I can't wait to go to the show. And I'm like, oh, what band? And then she said the name of the band. And I'm like, are you kidding? You know? And so it's just like cool to like, I don't know, to think that there's people out there that like, oh, I just, like I open for their favorite comic and then I open for their favorite band. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at processing good information. Like when I got this news, I didn't even know what to do with myself. I feel like this is all repeat shit. Did I talk about this last week? When did I get that email? I might have talked about this last week. I'm so bad at podcasting. Why? Is this even podcasting? This is vlogging, right? Then we used to call this vlogging for like 8 minutes. Now it's a podcast. I burped. All right, I'm gonna go enjoy the day. Or whatever the hell that means. You guys should too. Listen, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify or anything, please rate and review it. That helps quite a bit. And if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, just like, comment, any kind of interaction. Like the interactions helps like so much. So just any kind of interaction. If you just, if you're like, oh, I love when Jody's on the show. Stop doing it alone. That's fine. Or yeah, you said this all last week. Stop repeating yourself, you idiot. That's fine. All that stuff, because it's a comment. It helps the algo or whatever it helps. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm exhausted. I can't stop yawning, and we're just gonna wrap this up. Thank you very much for all the things. You're all beautiful people. I look forward to seeing you on the road.